Минало несвършено време or past continuous tense in Bulgarian. Let's dive in together in the deep water. Who is ready for a bit more advanced Bulgarian? Do you actually know how to use this tense? Let's see it together in this video with some examples and clear explanation when to use this tense. Let's start with the explanation. Past continuous tense. I want to say that we have on our channel another video talking about the 4 main tenses we use in the past, what's the difference when we use which tense and how. So probably you can refer to this video. We'll try to link it in the comments below or in the description. But now today let's focus on past continuous tense. Okay? What is минало несвършено време? It's a tense that normally we use when we talk in the past about long actions, okay? About a period of time or about an action that we've been repeating many times in the past, okay? So I was buying coffee every single day for a year, or I was buying a house, or I was washing the dishes for 2 hours, okay? So it depends on you which tense you want to use so that you put the right emphasis. Is it a long action? Is it a short action? Okay? So when you start with the past tenses, it's very important for you to know actually when to use which tense. This tense, it's actually relatively easy how to form it grammatically. That's why we sometimes give it as a first tense, just so that we give some confidence to the student that actually he can speak Bulgarian in the past and he can say some things. Why I say relatively easy? Because actually to form it grammatically, to be able to use the verbs in in the correct form, we have only 3, let's say, columns, 3 rows. Okay? So let's start like this. With the verbs from the group, from the third conjugation or the a type of group, it depends how you've learned it, how you know it. But let's say the verb обичам, to love, one of the first verbs every foreigner learns when they come to a foreign country. So обичам, to love something. Ending, okay? This conjugation, this group, it's considered to be one of the easiest. So let's see actually how we can put it in the past. So, as обичам, okay? I love. In the past, as обичах. Whenever you hear in the end for a past tense, this actually it's a remark. Okay, we talk about the past. This is something to pay attention. But not all like the pronouns like he, she, it, they are with this ending. So let's see how we change the verb. So, as обичах, ти обичаше, той обичаше, тя обичаше, то обичаше. So, she, ending. This also I like to say to our students, whenever you hear she in the end of the verb, this is definitely past continuous tense. This is definitely минало несвършено време, and it's an indicator. It's either you as one person, or he, she, or it. Okay? Let's go to the others, to plural. Ние обичахме, вие обичахте, те обичаха. These are typical endings for past continuous tense, and you can learn them, you can try to use them. Here, let's say it's the easy part, okay? So basically, if I give you any other verb from this group, for example, отивам, to go, and even let's say if it's a new verb for you and you don't know how it's translated, if you follow these rules that I just gave you for the verb обичам, you will be able to put it in past continuous tense. For example, аз отивах, I was going somewhere, ти отиваше, той отиваше, тя отиваше, то отиваше, ние отивахме, вие отивахте и те отиваха. Okay? Now let's go to the other 2 groups in Bulgarian, the other 2 types of conjugation, first and second, or or e, the Bulgarian e type. How actually we put the endings for them? They don't depend on the conjugation. Here it's very important for foreigners to pay attention, especially because for us, for Bulgarians, actually it goes quite naturally, and we just put the endings how we hear it and how we know it. For you foreigners, you need to pay attention where in the verb the stress falls, the accent. Okay? Говоря. how I say it. Do I say it говоря or говоря? No, I say it говоря. Okay? So here, depending on the stress, it's very, very important to know what ending to put. So if it is говоря, okay, so not in the end, okay. If it is on the first or second syllable, not in the end, then you put the ending ех. So аз говоря, ти аз говоря, and in the past, аз говорех. In the past, for ti, we say ти говореше. So actually here, this she, we keep it. Very good. Because like it's the same as the previous conjugation I've explained. But it's very important for the I form. So аз говорех. Ти говореше, той говореше, тя говореше, то говореше, ние говорехме, вие говорехте и те говореха. So as you see here, dominates. Is the letter that we follow. What happens if the stress falls in the end of the verb? Чета. You don't say чета, да? You say чета. Okay? So чета. Then you say аз четях. Okay? So it's the ях ending. Аз четях. You don't say аз четех, for example, how говорех. No. Here pay attention. So we say аз четях. Then you say ти четеше. Again we keep the ше ending. Той четеше. Тя четеше. То четеше. Ние четяхме. Вие четяхте. Те четяха. Here I want to make a remark. Past tense, it's something more advanced. It's around the B levels in a language. I don't expect you to learn everything from one YouTube video, okay? So if you have any questions, write us in the comments. And please keep in mind that if there are some things that are not clear for you, the problem is not with you. Something very often that we see with our students is that they listen to one explanation, they do one lesson somewhere in a textbook, or they watch a video, they say, oh, but it doesn't really stick to my mind. I don't understand it completely. I can't use it. This is normal, okay? Even the best teacher, if he or she comes, won't be able to teach you this for one lesson and then, okay, you're ready to walk, you're ready to go. Even children, when they start walking, they don't teach for one day. So don't be too hard on yourself. I say it because I see it a lot with our students, especially when we reach the hard topics, even with the easy topics. I mean, just smart people think only because they're smart and they can learn a language for, I don't know, 10 days. It doesn't really happen. So I hope our videos, they're useful for you, and we'll continue making content. We'll continue giving you advices, but please keep in mind, you need more practice. You need actually more to put it in use. First in a written way, to write some sentences. By the way, if you want to practice, write in the comments some sentences and we'll be able to check them and to give you some feedback. And then the next step is to try to put it in your speaking way, okay? That's why we were hesitant in the beginning to make videos about hard topics, because our videos are here to help you. And we know as teachers that we can't help you for 10 minutes to learn the whole grammar. But please, it's very important for you, if you learn on your own, to make a structure piece by piece by piece and to learn every day. You know how building a house, you put every time something for the foundation until it gets very stable. That's why actually we teachers, we make this system for you. This is called methodology, okay? Methodology of teaching. We create it for you so that we guide you, we lead you through this process. So of course, if you're looking for a teacher, feel free to write us. But even if you're writing on your own, pay attention and try to make a system of learning, because now after that we'll pass to other past tenses in other videos, and then like it becomes really a mess sometimes in the head, and you're not certain but what ending, how we confuse it, because also I agree with you, sometimes endings in Bulgarian, they're very close one to another and it takes time. I hope our content is useful for you. If you have any other questions, write us. If you have any other ideas, what content we can create for you, write us, be patient with us, give us time, and we'll be here to create it. Was it clear for you, past continuous tense? Would you like me to give more examples in Bulgarian? I guess so, because everyone wants just more Bulgarian. Or would you like me probably to give more explanations in English? Give us a hint how you like our content to be created. because we're now developing this channel. We're trying to make it like useful for everyone around the world who wants to learn Bulgarian, because believe me, in my experience, I've seen we have students from all around the world, different countries, even some Bulgarians don't even think Bulgarian could be popular, but I know it is. So we know our students, and let us give us some more information about you, so that we try to see from which corner of the world you're watching us, or what could be useful for you, so that we know how to communicate with our audience better. I'm Kristina from Kristina Progress Educational Center, and I hope the videos could be useful for you. Follow us for more. Thank you for watching.